So we did Nakuru, Lake Nakuru Park inside. Yeah, and then day after we did Sarova. So we did both Sarovas.
But we met your sister at Sarova.
Yeah. Byron, yes.
They only remember
your sister. Your sister gave us some extra cake.
Yeah, she...
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Welcome back to The Mics Are Open, episode 262. My name is Ashley.
Neville.
G-Money. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I thought it was like that.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
G-Money.
Big C.
Neville.
Guys, first of all, I'm in my house. Come beat me. I couldn't be bothered. I'm not dressing up for the podcast. If you want, I can take you and show you my sneaker cabinet. You can look at them and see them. But for today, you're getting ashy feet and socks. Work with it.
Yo, you know I almost came to your house in gym attire. Then I was like, nah, it wouldn't be appropriate like to sit on your couch with like sweaty things.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah,
that's not appropriate.
Yeah, because I'm respectful. I went home and I used some really good...
But it would have been a good conversation,
Hey, boss, see, once I finish, I used some really good, very
Getting
good...
a taste of his medicine.
Very good, I just forgot the name.
Never be that guy who shows up and wants to talk.
Yeah, but...
Play your position. Never good to see you, bro.
What is a wing about?
Back home in the what do you call it? The shower gel. So I went for there's some shop that wants to come on the podcast, right? So they deal with like different floral things,
right,
candles and all of that. So Shago and out to Stanley and them. So we went for that visit. So they're like, so as you talk about it on the mics are open, here's like a really good shower gel. I was like, bro, it smells so fucking good. So like in my bathroom, I've got like different ones, but this one is for like extra special days.
And Neville's sitting there thinking, I can't believe I came back to the podcast
For shower talk.
And the first thing they're talking about is shower gel.
Shower gel.
The Calvins. Anyway, it's a good, interesting
Go
talk.
on, bro.
I'm glad they're coming on the show.
They should.
Okay.
How you doing, Neville?
Can't wait to shower with some of that gel.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I feel like...
No, I'm not making a joke. You're looking at me as if I want to make... I'm not making no jokes. I just want to shower with it. You said it smells good. I also
It smells good. It really does.
I feel like I've not seen you for a long time now.
Yeah, me too, G. I've been good. You know, the last time I was here was all that heavy talk about fathers and whatnot.
Facts.
Oh,
But
yeah.
But...
Oh, that was the start of this year. Huh?
That was last
it
year.
was.
No, it was the start.
How's your dad?
I wasn't around.
Yeah, everything
How's your
was
dad?
good. Everything crisp, everything good.
Is he still giving you money?
No, you want to get into this?
Yes,
You know
please.
what? Can I just say it? You know the way that episode got us in trouble?
How?
Or got me in trouble, right?
Did he watch it?
Hold on. First of all, guys,
sorry.
if you don't know, there's an episode of the podcast where Neville met spoke about meeting his dad after many, many years. Do you remember what episode it was?
No.
Anyway,
Search for Jan
what's it called?
7th.
Something, Jan
Jan
around then.
Yeah, 'cause-
that's when he met his dad
Back
for the
then.
first time in a long time. All right, continue.
Yeah, so the surprising thing is that your relatives don't take your truth too kindly. So one of my aunties got a hold of the link. Of course, we're a popular podcast. So sent it out to the family group. So
Wow.
now it was getting all kinds of reactions. So so mostly they were not good, but I understand they
Oh, it was not good.
they don't like it at all. They don't like that I spoke up. It's like I aired family business to them.
Right.
They were like, that's your private matter. Like, why did you go there? And, so it's those kind of text messages. But
They're just pissed they didn't get no money.
I know, plus they're pissed. It's my
So,
story.
so
They
the
can
question
tell it.
is he still chopping money?
Nah, man, he's back to being a DB. So it's okay.
I love it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's back to default. You expect it, so no high expectations.
Oh,
for me.
welcome back.
Man, I've been wanting that jokes for a long time, man. I was listening because I couldn't make that
You were
joke.
feeling brand new.
Bro, I couldn't make them.
Wait.
I couldn't make them.
Wait, your dad came back, bought you a MacBook Pro, loads of gifts, loads of photo
He
opportunities.
bought your MacBook Pro.
Went to dinner, all these things, and then
Damn.
disappeared again.
Man, he went back to getting bread and milk. But yeah, it's one of them ones. But I feel as if for me, it's like...
Bro, that was just the tip,
But anyway, you know what? As a good
Oh
Christian,
my God, that was just the tip.
as a good Christian,
I can do better.
Forgive
Just-
you have been
Fuck.
slapped on one cheek. When he comes in December, don't worry, Dad.
So is he
other one.
is he coming back in deck?
Yeah,
I'm bringing my cheek too.
another cheek.
So how's that gonna be?
It's gonna be good.
So he's gonna come. I bet he's gonna bring your Tesla Cybertruck.
Cybertruck.
That's the only way. He'd be like, "Tee, tee." I brought you a Cybertruck.
So December is the second coming of Dad.
So yeah, man, that's like Jesus, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah, for
let's
sure.
wait and see. That'll be more podcasts, and I'm sure I'll bring him on here so that he can explain himself. You know,
Yeah, bring him-
It's that kind
bring
of
him on.
generation.
That would be dope.
That'll be
That was a
interesting.
good dad
I'd be
conversation.
like, so Neville's dad, let me ask you, when was the first time that you realized
You
that
need to run.
You fit the characteristic of a deadbeat dad?
Oh yes. Oh,
Guys,
sorry.
can I confess something as well? On this podcast as well, I'm slightly lit.
I love it.
Yeah, I love
Because
it.
I filmed the podcast before this one and we were doing shots. So if I look a bit like, I'm lit.
I love it.
If he
Focus
falls
out.
asleep. Yo, since we're making confessions, let me tell you. Today I woke up, right? Doing the radio show and numbers of MPs had been shared. And then someone had posted up Ruto's number.
Are you serious?
I was like, no motherfucking way.
Dial that thing.
So let's reverse it. So basically, as part of the
Finance,
protest
yeah.
against the new finance bill, people have been posting up MPs' numbers, encouraging people to call their MPs and say don't vote for it.
They were actually put all the numbers were put in a WhatsApp group. And the MPs were being invited, right? To the WhatsApp. Like, boss, different MPs have been tweeting today. They say, no, we're not going to vote. We're not going to vote. No one is going to say, oh, I traveled. That's why I didn't vote. Or DM has really come out and told the MPs, we don't want nonsense, right? And on this other side, the MPs are saying, okay, so the bill, as we speak today, it's been read, as we record, right? It's been read today. Then the finance committee are going to go for a retreat, and then they'll come back with like their findings and all of that, and then MPs at some point next week will vote. And as we speak today, the president was also saying, I have urged people to make sure that the finance bill, sails through so that we can give people electricity. I saw that part. I was like, what are you talking about? He said that. And as he delivered a bus. But what caught my attention was, so someone leaked the president's number.
Wow.
Right?
His actual number.
His actual number. Right. So I go on WhatsApp, right? I see that screenshot. My guy's supposed number is on WhatsApp, and someone has texted him. He's like, yo, Nabi, unalala huko ama unarudi? I think they've texted the president like that. But what caught my attention is this. The president, Don Juan, has disappearing messages on his WhatsApp.
Oh, wow.
Bro, you know how real this shit was? So now they're leaking numbers, right? So the other numbers, like prime cabinet secretaries, everything. Bro, they did a Babu's number. So I have a Babu's number. So I look and I'm like, oh shit, this is the same number. So now I'm like, this is at 6 o'clock, like 6:15. I'm like, yo, this is Ruto's number. Let me confirm it. What do? Go on M-Pesa. Send my man 10 bob. The thing was refusing instantly.
Seriously.
For fuck's sake. Like it says, your M-Pesa crashes. I was
Really?
like, yo.
So this is actually
Like it kept just boom, boom. It refuses. And he sent a message. Actual message is sent back.
From
I think.
Safaricom or
Yeah, he
just
sent
random?
a message back from Safaricom.
So we have Ruto's number as we speak.
Yeah.
So it's blocked from receiving M-Pesa.
He kept saying something like not registered. He's got a very, like how you'd think that he has like a very number. It's like a ninth word, very regular number. But
But why wouldn't you just call it and see if it's like him?
Yeah.
here's the thing, right?
And I asked in your yard like one time.
No.
M-Pesa
I spent like a good 10 minutes thinking about that, right? So the president's number's been leaked. You can imagine how many WhatsApp
Calling.
messages he's gotten, how many calls. But that guy's number must probably be screened.
Yeah.
You probably can't call him.
He has to call
He
you.
has to call you. And I probably
maybe
think
some numbers
he's
can call.
nominated numbers that can call him directly. It can't just be one of those that you're in the bar. Yo, Ruto, bro, you know how this alcohol, this thing,
But
there's
honestly though, sorry to cut you, I think this is a very novel and a very dope way of protest.
yeah.
Because you can imagine how I even saw this Peter Selassie guy saying how someone's put his number on X and this and this and this.
Yeah, he got so many calls.
I think, and obviously, like if you've had your number for a while, you don't want to change your number. So I think it's because I think people need to understand the strength of feeling that's out there about the finance bill, because I feel that, I'm not going to sit here and act like I've read it
through and through. Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, end of the day, people are struggling, and I think outside the bubble of privilege, guys don't actually understand how hard things are out there on the street.
It's crazy.
It's crazy,
and
man.
and you know what I like about people leaking numbers of MPs, right? So I saw someone bringing that whole thing to do with Privacy Act and everything, and someone reported and said, "Boss, this is a member of parliament. They are our servants.
Yes.
Let's not get it twisted. How we've been getting it twisted. Ati we're mheshimiwa, boss. You can invite that guy and tell him, come to my house. I need us to discuss this. You are my mjumbe, my member of parliament, my constituency. They should go and vote with my authority, what I've said. Like, they need to listen to you.
Yeah,
but these fuckers don't get it.
Yeah, I like that because also the new thing that I'm seeing, especially with the evolution, of course, with technology, internet, blah, blah, blah. Now, everybody has a say. Every generation needs to say something. You know, it's funny to me, it's really eye-opening for me when I go on social, and not only do I go for the jokes and the good vibes, and whatnot, but you also are getting enlightened more now.
Right.
If you right now, if you go to social media, you'll hear more about wars that are going on in different parts of the world. Yes, people will kiki on stories, but also people want you to be aware. And that's the same thing I've seen with, like Gen Zs and the new generation. It's like, they want to break it down in the best way possible. Like, I was watching a video that said exactly like what it is. Like, you want to watch Netflix, kutakuwa na kitu hapo. Imagine hiyo pesa unalipa, it's a bit higher. Imagine this treatment at the hospital being a bit higher. Imagine, those different things that someone who maybe hasn't read the finance bill can easily relate to. So I love the fact that the revolution has now not only for one generation, but also the next generation. Najua, millennials and Gen Z, I guess there's usually like a war there, but one thing that brings us together is we are suffering together, and also money,
we're
money and suffering together. So I think, going out there and speaking your voice and, making sure you're proactive about it is good. But, the thing in Kenya is that I feel as if some things are decided, or is that bad to say?
but I think also, like, and I said it, I think on Banter Box, that until we are deeply entrenched in the process and until we take our role in the process seriously, we're just talking.
To be honest, I remember a few months ago, a few years ago, when we were voting and we came on the pod, and I think I said I didn't vote. Now I feel so bad about that.
Hold up, you didn't vote?
Yeah, I didn't vote.
Ash, did you?
Oh, most of us didn't vote because it was, let me tell you from our POV. It's like the lesser of one evil. Or if I go and vote, this vote might
mean nothing.
Allegedly be taken. Oh, chillax.
It means
Remember
nothing.
when you were telling? Yeah, chillax. So it's like that was our POV. Like, there's one lesser evil armor. The person I want to go and really give, their vote might not reach the person. That was the kind of. So at that time, that was my reasoning. But now, to be honest,
different.
2027, 4 a.m., I'm there. Na nitakuwa na maoni.
Also, there wasn't a right candidate. For me personally, there wasn't a right candidate. Like, why am I voting in the first place? It
That was
doesn't.
the most viewed.
Yeah, like, it doesn't mean anything
Wait,
if I
this comes
vote in
to
the
we
first
said
place.
this on the pod.
Yeah.
Or maybe you weren't there.
Here's the thing, right? I don't know what leader.
Also, I'm apolitical.
There's a lot of things about politics. We may not like it, we may not. Whatever. A lot of people in the middle class may say this or that or what. But let me explain to you. Your vote is insanely important. Like, let me tell you, did you see the gap in which Azimio and whatever? It was very, very whatever. Like, I understand when you say, these leaders, what. But trust me, if, like, how many people do you know who are like you who didn't vote?
Hey, many, bro.
Exactly.
Many.
You get,
Yeah,
like, there's so many, like, let me tell you guys, please, the next election, and tell your friends and your friends. Please vote. Like, G has actually taken me to a polling station. Remember the last election?
Yeah.
Not this 2022.
Dropped you off,
the
right?
other one. I was like, let me go vote. Bro, like, your vote, I vote in the CBD, right? So my polling station used to be outside thingy.
Jivanji Pale.
No. It used to be outside Barclays Plaza.
Right.
Right? So Loiter House over there. So this time round, I was voting in KICC. But your vote counts, right?
Yeah,
like,
man.
let me tell you, here's the thing. You see, like, the way the politicians plan to the letter. Like, I can tell you, Ruto's a brilliant politician. And how he knows he can sail through with this financial bill with such ease is this, right? You remember, okay, cool, elections are done and everything. He's president, he's been inaugurated. Who's the first thing that he makes sure he appoints? The speaker. Right? The speaker's mandate, head of the majority leader. The first thing that they did is mobilize the numbers in the house. Who gets majority?
Right.
So you see, when you have majority as a president, you can now move anything. So you see, like now in South Africa is a brilliant example with everything that's happened, right? Jacob Zuma holds a lot of power because he's coming as the number 2 politician, right? And then our guy Ramaphosa, who's the current president, he's won, but he doesn't have majority in parliament. So for him to actually get majority, who does he have to go talk to? Zuma or the white guys who run that other political party.
Right.
And now who's more powerful? Powerful, right? So Zuma, who everyone was hating on, is back. You get? So politicians plan. And you know, like when you look at all of the noise that's been made right now, like this week we had all of the noise about Uhuru's retirement packages. Bro, that's distractions. We don't need that shit. We need to focus on the current thing right now.
We need to focus on G Money's retirement package.
Yeah.
By the way, we done that last show with you. Because I'm ready.
You mentioned you went to Banter Box. You've been on
Hey guys, I don't appreciate how you guys have slid out of that.
No, see,
No. Because no, let me land this point. For me, honestly, I'm at pain because I read something that in the Business Daily, and let me just finish it, right? That said, and you know, a lot of companies have been complaining. Like this week, the Senate met for a session, but before that, some of these guys who run companies met with the parliament, and they told them, guys, this thing is going to affect a lot of people.
right.
I don't think guys understand. Hey, anyway, let's talk about
It's gonna be rough. We just have to just
Weather.
keep pushing. So my retirement. What are you saying?
Yeah, so
I'm not retired, by the way, but go on.
first I've caught a feeling. Let me start there. Shout out to all the other podcasts. But you've been on a podcast tour.
Kind of.
Do you know why I've caught a feeling?
Why?
Because I asked you to be on our podcast like 2 months ago.
Yeah, but I didn't have the tea 2 months ago, but I have it now.
And you didn't think to come to me first? Or not even me. This here very podcast.
Mic's open.
Yes.
How are you finding out about? So the thing is, I decided that all right. So I mean, first of all, it's very important to own your narrative.
Yeah.
So when we made the decision that I'm leaving Homeboyz, I was very, very clear that it's going to be my narrative, not anybody else's.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, I'd give them the exclusive on Banter Box because I was a guest there at that time. But I knew that we'd chop it up properly on the Mics Are Open.
Okay.
Because I haven't all worked in the same environment. So there's things that we can talk about on the mics that Banter Box can't talk about or relate to. But we've all worked at Homeboyz Radio. We're all alumni.
Yeah.
So, I thought to myself, the conversation amongst us will be different. Different. Wagwan, you always take videos.
retiree.
Tell us, how does it feel to finally be leaving after, how many years have you been at Homeboyz?
I've been at Homeboyz for 16
years?
16 years.
God damn, that's a long time. How does it feel to finally being
I can't even lie to you guys.
unshackled?
What?
So
No.
let me get comfortable.
Yeah.
Let me get comfortable. Let me in my house. Come beat me. Do you know what?
You're a good man. You'll go to heaven.
I'll go to heaven. Why?
He doesn't get it.
I don't get it. All right. Anyway, so how does it feel? Oh my gosh! The first day, I was like, "Yo, this is wild." Yeah.
Can I confess something?
What's up?
I didn't get that joke. Like heaven, G?
No, it's a thing politicians and people say to each other. You know, like how pastors and you're a good man, you'll go to heaven. It's really not a joke. It's just a statement. Okay. It's like when like Africans say.
Kindly proceed.
Stop. Right. So yeah, the first day I was like, I felt really confused. Like, not confused is the wrong word, like really, very unstable. But by the time the second day hitting, oh man, I was like, shoot, can we do this tomorrow? Because I started to think of all the benefits. Primarily, of course, I've woken up early for so many years. When I came here, I didn't do breakfast over there.
Yeah.
I was doing an afternoon show. So like I wake up early even when I'm hungover, man. Even on a Saturday and a Sunday. So gently unlearning that is important. Plus, I think that, as I was saying earlier, we're kind of the generation of guys who have been doing so much outside of work.
Yeah.
That work has always just been,
By the way.
well, I wouldn't say by the way, it's still work,
Yeah.
but it's not the only thing that we do. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think that's a testament to the fact that, like, even for what we do here on the pod, like, it's hard, bro, this pod's 5 years old, man.
Yeah.
So even though you can say, oh, you've been on Homeboyz for 16 years, I've been on the podcast for 5.
Bro,
You know what I
5
mean?
years,
The time
man.
is flying. So it's one of those ones where,
True.
and then I look at it, I said to myself, well, we all talk about this good life that we want to live when we get older. And I'm like, well, if not now, then when? So when people are saying to me like, yo, so what are you going to do next? Nothing. I'm going to sleep, motherfucker. I'm going to sleep.
So you've been tweeting for the past like 28 days so
Counting
far.
down.
Yeah, T minus.
And that's also important as well. Like I feel like when you're leaving a company you've been with for a long time,
Yeah.
everybody wants it to be hush hush.
Yeah.
Like on the last. So you want me to get to Thursday the 27th and be like, guys, I got a confession to make. Tomorrow's my last show. No, let's enjoy this. So the people who have been with me from day one, let me not give them that shock that
The shock.
everybody does. I don't know why they do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the office and I'm down to the escari. I'm like, yo, by the way, guys, I'm leaving end of June. And like, have you changed your mind? I'm like, no, it's not my mind's changed. But first of all, it's like, yeah, I'm. It's not a secret. So I don't want to go quietly into the good night, like, oh, it's been real, and then nah, guys, we've been together for 16 years. We have, by the time this podcast goes out, we have 10 days left. Let's enjoy those 10 days. Let's have fun.
You're
Let me
counting, eh?
Yeah.
Been
math
counting
is
from
good.
T minus
Yeah, been
30.
full
T minus 40
Well, it was
actually.
40, yeah.
And now it's like literally 10 days left. And the thing about it is, it's like, let me invite. So, G, what are you doing for your last show, your last week? I'm just listen, it's the biggest chill out. Come through.
Yeah.
Come have some jokes. I'm gonna make sure. I mean, obviously you can't drink in the studio, but
We can bring some mum.
I'm gonna make sure that last week is litty. Like the last week's gonna be litty. Like we're gonna have fun. Like we're gonna have artists.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Nameless, who we interviewed, 10, 12 years ago?
Yep.
Nameless, who I've not spoken to for, like, Bien. Bien says, I want to be the very last interview you do on
yeah.
radio. You got Major, who was the very first interview I did, who wants to come back for the final week. There's Savara, there's like just people, like there's you. Like, I just want us to have fun with it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and just talking about that, I want us to go in chronological order. Calvin, you joined G Money as he was on this journey. How does it feel to receive that news and just also highlight some key moments? You know, you all have done well, because us, as we were growing up, you know, we were listening to the man them there, you know. So how is it for you, since you are the one who, you know, was paired up with G?
I mean, you know, I got this news way kitambo. Like the first thing I asked was like, so serious this time?
No, that's true
Can we
though.
make that joke? How many years?
No,
have you
Yeah.
had
no,
that
because
email?
we were here last year.
We were here last year. So,
You get
We were here the previous year.
That's why I'm like, how
Every
many years?
Christmas.
guys.
Every Christmas.
Every Christmas.
For context, right?
Yeah.
For context, for those of you who are wondering what's going on, I have been leaving for 5 years.
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were meant to live together.
Yeah. So the thing about it is, it's like, last year I actually handed in my resignation. And somehow we had conversations, we spoke, and I stayed. Like, they were like, you know,
Here's a bit of more
no. There was
work
no more
from
money.
home. Work from home day.
No. There was no more money. It was just
Maziwa
at the end of the day, we're gonna work on this thing and change a few things.
Yeah.
So, in hindsight, you can never get back the time that you've invested. But I feel that for me, and I'll be very honest, and I'll be very, very honest. I feel that I'm good at radio. But if you say to me, are you the best you've ever been? Nah. And I haven't been for a while. And the thing about it is like, it's like, for example, if you think of someone like, who's a famous sprinter? Let's think of someone like Usain Bolt or someone, right?
Yeah.
Who probably hasn't run for 5 years. He probably still could beat me in a race.
Yeah.
Even though he hasn't trained. So you find that like you have so much knowledge of radio and so much ability in radio that even when you yourself feel like
Yeah.
this was like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say?
You can push.
And then people still be like, oh, that was a great show. And you're like, well, you know, if you heard me 5 years ago,
Now
who's
we're
this now?
killing it
Somebody at
even
the
more,
door?
you know?
Somebody at the door, like, you wanted me to get off? All right, let me-
Open.
It's open.
It's probably Nimrod.
Is it? Oh, Rama, wagwan, bro. Come through, Rama.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
You've already interrupted.
So this is Rama.
Hi, Rama.
Rama's actually one of the first friends I made in
Kenya.
Kenya.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So Rama's also officially on the Good Company website as our lawyer.
Nice.
I get to receive my fees though.
A quick
You
one,
come to get
Wakili.
paid.
Oh, we're actually filming Wagam. We're good to see you, man. Yeah, just grab a seat somewhere.
Yeah,
Just-
sorry.
Someone saw. No, actually, go down there. There's some seats. There's some seats there, and bring a seat forward.
Wakili, a quick one.
Yeah.
Nice one.
So it's one of those ones where, like, you know, I feel that I've run that track. You get me? And I feel at the end of the day, it's like it's so easy to not be honest with yourself. And I feel that the best that I've given to radio has gone. You know, and also it's like radio over here doesn't have the progression that it has abroad. So, for example, if you look at someone like DJ Spoonie or Trevor Nelson in the UK, who are like famous black broadcasters, they were at some point on Radio 1, now they're on Radio 2, and then you know you look at someone like Nihal, who was on Radio 1, he's now on Radio 5. So as you go through the gears of age, there's a progression.
Yeah.
So you might start in music radio and then go to like classic radio and then end up at talk radio.
Yeah.
Here, that progression doesn't really exist.
True.
So let me not kid myself. Would I love to do talk radio? Yes. But I mean, end of the day, how many ways can you back announce a song?
That's
And the
true.
investment's not there anymore. Like, you know, when we were going to Dubai and going to Kisumu and going to Mombasa and Diani,
get me
try that now.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. So in a reducing revenue base and in the expansion of the digital space, I could literally wake up every single morning, point a camera in front of myself, and talk for 1 hour and post it on YouTube. And create the next visual level of talk radio if I wanted to.
True.
So, you know, it's beautiful. Like, there's no... I want people to understand one thing. There's no sadness. So, we've shared this journey. We've been the soundtrack. All of us have been, at some point, have been the soundtrack to your lives. And it's been a blessing to be in that place. But there is zeros. It's actually happy times. Because I feel the future is bigger than the past.
True.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Go off.
Hey, man, the future bigger than the past. God damn.
Yeah.
But also, since Calvin doesn't want to say good things, anyway, since
You were next.
yeah, I was, as I said,
Yeah.
order. So for me, I also can concur with some of the things that you have said, especially it being about genuinely doing good radio, like radio that even you listen back and like,
That was dope.
that was
Yeah.
like that day we did the link where we were robbing the bakery store in Westlands. I remember it vividly because we created that and we made
The sound
that
effect.
the sound effect, the one we went to heaven and we were playing the harps and stuff. Like there was so much that we did that I agree with. We created that and we did that, you know. So also acknowledging that for me is like,
Even
damn.
if you think about, remember we used to have this thing, where's Andy?
Where's Andy was dope.
Where Andy was.
Yeah.
Like, you think about stuff like that. It was so simple, but it
Yeah.
was
So yeah,
effective.
and also doing the show, as you were saying, from different parts of the world.
The world,
Locations.
yeah.
I don't think many
Recording
people.
me snoring, man.
Yes.
Yo, and playing it back.
On air. Do you remember that the show we did? Was it Diani? Damn. When I told these guys, I said to these guys, do you know I wrote this hook on this Chris Martin
Yes,
song?
Chris
And
Martin,
these guys were like,
worldwide.
You're a
Bubblegum
liar,
radio.
you're a liar. We got
He
Chris
called
Martin on the
Chris
phone.
Martin on the. That was the most shame. Yani shame. Yeah, we're in Diani. That we could.
Diani.
Where were you?
Asleep.
I wasn't Diani.
Snoring.
Snoring asleep.
Let's say, for example, remember that link we did where we rubbed whatever we rubbed, right?
Bakery store,
You
yeah.
remember when we went and played it? We were so proud of it. We went and played it to this other guy. And he was like,
He didn't get it.
yeah,
He didn't get it. He
Oh
didn't
my
get it.
God.
Remember? Do you
He
remember?
didn't understand it at all.
Those Friday mornings at Galana Plaza. Oh God.
What Friday mornings at Galana? They were all over.
So basically, what we're talking about is that we used to have show reviews.
Yeah.
So during the merger, we had to do a show review with this,
yeah.
the program controller, and it was just like, okay,
What is this?
what is
Like,
like?
what do you mean this is good radio? No. Like,
Oh, no, but we
yeah,
had
I'll
fun.
never forget that guy, man.
ni sawa.
There's a statement he made one time. He was talking to GNI, and I was just like, "What?"
Yeah.
He was. Do you remember that joke?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, I also remember G being, when we were at Homeboyz Galanas, we were saying like G being the HR, being the one also who would mediate, you know.
Yeah.
Because I remember there's a time
used
we
to
had a
approve
tiff.
the leave.
Remember that time we had a tiff? Yeah, he used to approve. Imagine G Money approving your leave. The Jamaican.
Used to approve
That's
the
all
leave of
ambassador.
everyone.
Yeah. I remember
What was that? Timetastic. Yeah. Timetastic was the one. Because before John used to handle it. No, it was Brenda and them.
Brenda, yeah.
Then G was like,
Hannah and
Sai
them.
told you about Timetastic. Yeah, then we got Timetastic. But you were fucking stealing days. Me? I know.
Yeah, it's not the time.
This guy, you were taking leave and
We
not...
said good things, Calvin.
How
good
is it?
things.
No, fuck that. Both sides of the coin. How is it that this guy in Jan, because you see, like usually, so this guy used to go out in Feb, usually. So he'd be away for a whole month.
Yeah.
Then, so at that particular point, me and Jeff are probably on the show.
Jeff Mote, yeah.
Jeff Morty, right? So by the time he's coming back, then sometime in August he's gone for a week. I'm looking at these days, I'm like,
Can I
That's
confess?
standing up?
no. And at this particular point, you're not doing the show remote, right?
Right.
You're gone. So how is it that these things are adding to 40 days?
Can I confess? Can I make a confession here?
Go on. Yeah.
With 10 days left to go on air, I'll make a confession, man. I have absolutely assaulted leave days.
Do you have any left?
Take
Over
it
the
more
years.
than extra.
Over the years. Do you know what? Like even when we moved to Radio Africa, I'll say it now, fam. I want someone to go into the leave system and find an application from me.
That you filled out.
G is usually like, I won't be in next week.
Yo,
Okay,
let me tell
cool,
you,
bye.
Do something.
You know, in my own way of thinking, I've always said, like I always use that as resistance. I am never going to apply for leave on that thing. I'm just going to say I am not going to be here.
And it's worked this long, G. You're retired.
You know, someone commented on Twitter the other day said that G took 60 days leave and then gave notice.
I swear. Oh, God.
But you see
yeah,
that-
so
but you see
many
that-
good
and
moments.
I say to people all the time, the beauty of Homeboyz Radio, for me, the attraction of Homeboyz Radio has always been the freedom.
True.
I've always had freedom. And I've always, like, you know, I think, especially in the earlier days, we always had freedom, man. And freedom gave us the ability to go out and create. Like, do you remember? Do you guys remember when the podcast launched?
Yeah.
We had adverts on air.
Oh, yeah.
We
We
had
did
adverts
the.
on air. It's like, yo, we're launching this podcast.
Yeah.
We had adverts.
I was the producer that just
Yeah.
started producing the show at that
Yeah,
point.
and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, end of the day, when we were doing Walk with G, the first Walk with G.
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
used
We had
to
adverts on
blast it
air.
out. Yeah.
So we had the freedom. We had freedom to build and to create.
I've just remembered we also were, taking trips, doing the shows from up in the air.
Nakuru.
Doing Nakuru.
Do you remember we went to Nakuru?
Yo,
done so
hey
much.
boss,
Like, hakuna.
shout going out to Bonfire Adventures.
Yes.
We went to town, Bwana.
Na pia Bella Safari.
G and I went to town before we did Bella. G and I went to.
Remember,
we
met
went to
those guys?
the guys Jabo Jabo. Yo, shout going out to
Nice.
Jabo Jabo guys. And Mark Steve is the one who connected us.
Yes.
Mark Steve went on to launch Spot On.
Spot On.
He now runs Spot
Oh,
On.
it's the same guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
He always messages.
Yeah, man.
Same guy.
He's the same guy. So he's the one who connected us. So we did Nakuru, Lake Nakuru Park inside.
Yeah,
and
the
then
Sarova
day after we
tour.
did Sarova. So we did both
Hold on, but
Sarovas.
we met your sister at Sarova.
Yeah.
yeah.
Byron, yes.
They only remember
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Your
shit.
sister gave us some extra cake.
Yeah, oh, she.
Not the cake.
That's the intro, yeah.
Come in.
Byron's sister gave
Yeah. Come in.
Carry
Nimrod.
doors open.
Can you put it on the group that
Yeah.
people...
Hey,
She
go
gave,
on.
put it in a group. Byron's sister gave us some extra cake.
Extra cake,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
That-
the
oh,
extra
man.
cake. Damn, Byron.
She looked after us.
Byron,
though.
Yeah, yeah. And we did,
Just
oh
come
my
in.
God, we actually did a game drive, and Neville, you got out of the car
And got chased.
And we
got
G,
chased.
You know when I tell you guys, G is such a coward. It doesn't stem from yesterday. Yo, you refused to get
Get
out of.
back in the car. Get back in the car.
He refused to skydive as well.
Yeah.
Same
Oh.
shit. Nev,
We did that.
you fucking dove down.
You guys went skydiving in Diani, right?
Yes.
Now, picture 2024. How many forms did you have to fill in?
That's true.
You get?
Oh man, they wouldn't even let
They
us.
wouldn't even let us. They'll be like, hey.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like
changed.
it's changed. It's like when we went to Dubai. Imagine we went to Dubai. We went to Dubai Sevens. We
wow.
We did all that stuff
Safari.
as a
Deserts.
show. Bro, you know
We
what?
did
like,
2 shows. The chart show
We did
that
the
we
chart show, we did
started
the
off.
morning show as well,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Two
And then the
morning shows.
morning show.
We
that's
did
what
the
I'm trying to
show
say. Now, and I
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, and then we did
Saturday.
Saturday.
We did Saturday,
the chart
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Think about all of the. Even think about. Do you remember when we went to Kisumu for the
Airtel.
For the Airtel.
Yeah, we were in the car
We were in the car driving,
doing a radio
doing
show.
the radio.
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to make is, it's like when you think about all the cool stuff that we did, like think about Careers Week at Baricho.
Yeah.
Think about Grime Week, Dancehall Week. Think
you
about hip hop.
Here's the thing.
Insurance,
Here's the
Happy
thing,
Week.
bro. You know. Let's not even talk about careers, right, bro? You know when I interview Boutros, do you know Boutros was on the what do you call it? The freshman list.
Yes.
From
Freestyle
HBR.
Friday.
Fam, like Bouti can tell
big
you
Alien one.
guys who he has seen.
Big up,
Grow from
Big
there.
up, Corinne.
Yeah, fine.
Because you see that list that Corinne used to compile,
Heavy.
bro, Kali, all of them man there.
Cardinali,
Hip Hop
everybody.
Connect.
Yes,
What was it with Poggi and them? Back when Frankie,
Frankie
Yeah.
and them.
Poggi,
Yeah.
bro. You know that freestyle from Calligraph.
Had almost 1 million plus.
Bruh.
Also
Yo,
Diana Cobbs.
let me tell you, me and the biggest regret I have out of all of this is G and I didn't get into agriculture. Man, let me tell you, Baricho Road. I've started thinking about mushrooms, farm.
Bro.
Let me tell you.
This is not going
Who
anywhere.
else is
fuck?
coming?
I
Come
think
in.
I think
Karibu.
the doors open.
Doors open.
I think that might be food.
Oh,
Hold on.
Come
all right.
in.
Yo, so okay, hold up. Go, stick a pin in that. Agriculture.
Oh, it's delivery. True.
I'm dying, my God.
Eh, pole man. Kunywa ini maji ama ni nini?
Ni maji.
Piga maji man. Piga maji. Before tuendelee.
No, don't stop the camera, though. You guys,
I don't apologize, to be honest. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Not moving.
okay.
So yeah,
Where are we joking?
so
on the
yeah.
right things.
So like I was saying, man, going out. So Baricho Road, right? So Baricho Road, the studio over there was very dark. So there used to be a lounge that had a very big Panasonic Viera TV,
waiting.
had a couple of couches. You know what I mean? You get those couches. People have had sex on those couches.
Oh no.
Oh my God! There's a sex. You know, like how a radio station has a hit list. There's a hit list in that whatever. But anyway, back to whatever. So you see Baricho Road where the decks used to be. Fam, the aircon used to be over there. So you know the water used to drip, and the proper conditions for mushrooms to grow would be that.
Moist.
Like moist, darkness, no light. You could leave Friday.
And come back Monday.
And there's whatever. Like there's grown.
Like,
you're like, bro.
Calvin, you already had one assignment to do, like praise G Money for his retirement. We've gone to mushrooms. I love it.
No, you know, here's the thing. You know, guys need to understand. Guys need to understand.
Yeah.
You remember when they were rats?
Bro.
Oh my God.
They
Which
were big rats.
Which artist, G?
When
Which artist almost got the biggest embarrassment?
No.
Yo, those rats were so big.
Bro, we've been through it. And that's why I'm saying, like, end of the day, I would not swap a day. Like, the journey of Homeboyz Radio, especially, like, before we moved to West D, it's like, it was like, you used to go into the office and it's like, if you think about it, it's like...
What do you mean Westie? To Galana.
No, before we moved to West D, Westlands. Westlands,
Lions Place.
Oh, you've skipped Galana.
No, I'm saying,
When
I'm
the
saying the
merger.
journey before we moved to Westlands.
Ah, okay.
Like, so even Galana and all those places, it was like, it was such a creative hub.
Yeah.
But you know, actually, the most excited I've ever seen you, actually, like in terms of radio, for real, was when we were moving to Galana. Bro, you must have spent weeks,
24 hours
weeks.
without sleep.
This guy was excited because I remember G telling me, "Yo, you need to see where it's gonna be, the studio and everything." And then before now everything had started, I remember Mike Rabat taking us to that building and showing us another floor downstairs where he'd actually gotten a key to, and he's like, I can't even say what he said. But you remember?
Yeah.
But that was such an exciting moment. You were very excited. You were in the studio
when we moved.
and the first show to go on was...
I was on air. We moved to Galana. Whose show? It wasn't my show.
No, it was Corinne.
It was correct.
The evening.
Yes.
Because you were there and I was like, what's this guy doing? He was so excited.
Studio.
Yeah.
I know, but that studio was...
It was really
that
good.
view.
When we moved to Galana, like, it was like, fam, like, bro, we had our desks, like, we had our own desks.
Plus the DJ,
Space. It
the
was
DJ
like,
booth.
Oh, man.
We had the FIFA room.
TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, do you remember when we had the live? When we had a whole
live
day
artists.
live and we were there.
Octopizo,
making the
Mobile
band,
Drama
Mobile
Queen.
Drama Queen.
Yeah.
We used to have so many.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. When I think about Homeboyz Radio, and shout out to Akil, who used to run Alternative. One day I sat down with Akil, and Akil said to me, you know, the thing with Homeboyz Radio is that Homeboyz Radio was always a culture shaper.
True.
So if it was grime, we were the culture shapers. If it was dancehall, we were the culture shapers. Even when you think about from the evolution of God's Favorite Breakfast Show to Fan Zone, we were the culture shapers.
Yeah.
And I think that's what maybe was misunderstood or missed out in the mix. It's like we were always the definitive culture shapers.
Yeah.
And that's where I think things began to change, you know? So I think so. I think honestly blessed to be a part of that moment because it was a beautiful moment. And when I meet people, like the work I get now outside of Homeboyz is I met a client the other day, right? Who were doing some stuff for, right? And this is like a proper blue chip company. So they were coming to see the Good Company Studios, right? So I said to them, you know what? I'm in Westlands. I'll pick you guys up after the show. I'll pick you guys up at 10 o'clock. And I'll take you to the studios. We'll have a conversation and we'll go back, right? Fam, when I went to pick these guys up, I think they had no idea who they'd been talking to. As soon as they got into the car, I knew we closed the deal. They're like, hey, G-Money, hey, when I was at university, when I was at high school.
You knew it is done.
As soon as we got, and we closed the deal.
Yeah.
What song did you play?
Let's turn around. We don't need to go see the studio.
You didn't know?
I want to know the song
It's
that
a
came
wrap.
on
Yeah,
after.
so by the time we got to the studio and like I experienced that every single day from being in an Uber, from walking into a store. So the blessings and the benefits and everyone knows I'm not the greatest people person, but the most love that I've received has never been from the industry. It's been from the people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can't pay for that.
True.
And shout going out to those guys because I'm glad you listen to Homeboyz Radio.
Fact.
And I'm glad that we impacted you in a way that now when we go to you in this space, you're like, yep, we're doing business.
We're
with
signed
you.
up, yeah. And also share with us your moments, because I'm sure everybody has the moment where they were put to Homeboyz Radio, or they went to a, event in Kani, when the artists were, because... Oh, sorry, you wanted to say something. Oh, yeah. So kindly, share in the comments, tag us on your Instagram, tweet us, and let us know some of your favorite moments when we were on radio. Because some of them we've forgotten, and I'm sure, or some of them have impacted you in a different way than it has us. Because sometimes we go on radio and we give bants and whatnot, but it impacts people in a different way.
The craziest thing also, like, to even add is like when people bump into you and it's like, hey, gee, when's the next Sepatuka? And I'm like, guys.
That was years.
That was like
Wow,
You're one of
Sepatuka,
the... Yeah, guys are there. Daggering never stops.
okay, I don't know who this
thingy.
is now.
That's,
That's the wrong number.
No. That's Eddie.
Who? You have another person, a guest?
Yeah.
Anyway, the mics are open and we're just vibing.
Yeah,
today.
vibing. Yeah, make sure you share with us your good moments. So, also about retirement, I hear you guys are going to see someone's retirement after this.
We are. Oh, the guy from bar next door.
Yeah.
Shotgun out to man like Amos.
Amos.
He was on Burrito Road as well.
He was at Choices.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a
Really?
OG.
Yep. He's been in the game since
Someone-
92. Yep.
Someone was telling me he's been in the game for more than 20 years, and I was like, 20 years?
Yo,
That's
let me
a
tell
long
you.
time.
But he knows how to run a bar.
He
no,
really
he
does.
does.
He's easily one of the most what do you call it? Like respected, humble. Like the man, up until yesterday, I didn't know Amos was on Instagram.
Really?
Yo, he's on Instagram, man. And like I looked at all of his posts there, God every day, like posters
Yeah.
every day. So he's been in the game like I was talking to Ralph and I was like, yo, he's retiring for real? They're like, yep, he's been there.
time.
So he sent a message and he was like, please come. I was like, it's a Thursday
no more.
school night, but
Say no
I'm
more,
gonna
say
be
no
there.
more.
Yeah.
After today, we've shot so much content today. I need a drink. Well, another one. So yeah,
Another one.
for real.
Might as well. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, all
But
these
it's- huh?
all these OGs are retiring. Reject the finance bill.
Throw it in there. You have to
Lay
throw
up
it in
it
there.
in.
I mean, it's interesting. I just feel even with the finance bill and likely or no likelihood, it's probably going to go through, right?
Yeah.
In all
So
likelihood.
as we shoot the podcast, right? Someone has tried to jump in and grab the what do you call it?
Oh,
No.
The briefcase?
The briefcase.
With the finance
The one with
bill.
the
in Parliament.
No. Outside
Oh, wait,
Treasury.
I saw it happen in a
Yo,
parliament.
the guy has been tackled by like the police, but that guy right there, that is
He's
our
OG.
hero.
Wow,
If you need us to bail you out, we will, because you've led by example.
Facts.
Yo, I never
Bro.
used to see these things a long time ago.
Then you know the craziest thing about it, and Rama, they're really pulling a prank on us, right? Yo, the cabinet secretary has pulled in a Volkswagen VW Passat thing. I'm like, please, what to see what Jinga bwana?
What to see what
What to
Jinga
see what
bwana?
Jinga? Actually, yo, you're trying
Now
to do
the
that.
Gazla has been put away.
You know they're trying to do that Uhuru when Uhuru was finance cabinet secretary.
That everyone drives a Passat.
Yeah, that Passat thing. Fam.
What do you guys like think about like this Riggy G story where he's taking an airplane? What was the fuss about?
Yo, in Parliament,
Marshall.
so first and foremost, right? Shout going out to Yadi. Yadi was the pilot for that. Okay, yeah,
Big
for
up
KQ,
Yadi.
right? So big up to Yadi, right? So I asked him, bro, how can you guys not pick the president, whatever? He was like, bro, he said he doesn't need no help. So like when I was watching Parliament discuss that, imagine in the week we're discussing finance bill, we were discussing the president getting on a plane. And KJ, or no, not KJ, what's the other guy? Ishungwa, said that my guy had 14, 1, 2, 3, 4 bodyguards with him. And he had
plane.
3 camera people with him. And his cars pulled up airside.
Yeah.
So
As in-
technically, the plane is his.
Well,
There's no difference with chartering a plane
Yeah.
and getting into. Firstly,
With
he was
the
flying
14
priority. That's what, at least like 30 G's one way, right? Priority. Consider the other people who are around him. At least 10 of the 14 have already flown priority as well, right? Then the whole other aircraft is the rest of his
fam.
camera people and bodyguards.
Here's the thing. So actually, the cabinet secretary said, not the guy, Ishungwa said, the guy had 19 bodyguards, right? So he says 14 were on the plane with him. So the other 5 rather,
On the ground.
must have been ahead.
Right.
To
the
make sure everything
Shambulian.
is okay. Because you know the guy, if I'm being dropped airside, I'm being picked airside.
Airside. Facts.
As well. But yo, it's crazy, but
but like-
that's the ugliest fucking suitcase. Can we say that?
That's true.
But you know, this week, Gachagua has really been letting us guys on Mount Kenya. Bro, the suit he wore on Saturday, on Sunday for that Acorino thing, that white suit, I was like, bro, come on, don't be a villager like
He had
this.
started doing better, you know, his suits were a little bit better fitting, and then he just plummeted back to
But like I keep
ground
saying,
zero.
that one, he's a good man. He's a good man. He's a good man. Give him some time. Yeah. But what did I want to say? I want to talk about.
I just think about the dynamics of politics for the next election, and it's like there's so many things. Like I saw Babu Owino say today that like it's all a plan to distance Mount Kenya and then reconcile just before the next election and all that stuff. But I feel that the next election can see some very crazy alliances being made.
Yeah, actually, they've started to fall in. The one that is very interesting is so there's one from Western where they're saying we got to speak the same language. The coast as well. That's going to be very interesting. And then of course there's Mount Kenya with everything ongoing. But I wanna what do you call it? Take a turn for a sec. I want to talk about our neighbors who just got the vice president. The vice president just died. Malawi. Fam, did you see the lead up to this?
No.
So our guy had a fallout with the VP, with the president, and he was accused of corruption. So they took away all his powers.
Right.
But the president has no mandate to fire the VP.
Right.
So everything that's like last year, what? No. At some point last year, they started doing a whole investigation. Apparently, he got some money from some British guy. They did a whole investigation. Last year, he announced he was going to run for presidency in 2025.
And dies in a plane crash.
This year, some months back, is it last month or month before, the charges were dropped.
Wow.
So he was clean to now run for
presidency.
Hey, I'm not saying anything, but
It's looking sus.
The moral of the story is if you're a politician and you're in Africa and you're falling out with anyone, don't fly.
But no.
Like, why do only these things happen in other countries? Like, I
It
watch,
happened in Russia.
like, closer to home. Like,
oh my
bring
God.
it somewhere, you know.
Hey, boss, don't say that.
No, I was saying, like, see a teacher wakili, but we watch many things that
Rama,
happen
can we
in.
be sued for this?
I'm not saying that, but
Sir,
all
yo,
I'm saying is
tell us what
that
our
we
rights
see
are.
other things
I
happening
am
in
not
other
trying
countries.
to get my balls like
Bro,
with a
you
nylon
sent
thing.
the president 10 bob on M-Pesa.
No,
what you
no.
say?
No, I didn't send it.
They already know what you do.
No. Bro, listen, if they're coming for us, there's going to be 100K of us. We all wanted, everyone in Kenya wants to verify the president's number. It is not a crime.
Bro, you would have simply called.
But let me
M-Pesa,
tell you,
bro.
to imagine or to even think.
You've never thought.
You would have just called. No, me, my phone is usually limited.
But
My whatever, my
Gonna
brain.
be
let me reserve my statement.
What do you guys think about this? I mean, this was last week. What do you think about? You mentioned. What about this? Because we didn't pod last week, so there's stuff that happened last week. This kid who was seen on camera beating up the police guy.
Oh, damn. Ian.
Ian Joroge.
Man, so here's the thing, right? What he did, not right, for sure, 100%.
Right.
But bro, the cops and the case, and I'm glad Rama's here, right?
You think Rama's gonna stop us from getting
No,
sued?
no, I'm not, because he deals with this, right? So first and foremost, the charges, right? The charges were robbery with violence.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was an element of violence, right? But the robbery, no. I can say without like having investigated that story, when the cop fell into when he was ditch, he probably lost his phone there. You get, like, it's visible. We didn't see the guy actually take the phone and whatever, you get. But that robbery with violence charge is a fucking hard one to be hit with.
Is it? Is it like a proper like robbery with violence? Is it like?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. You can't shake that.
Oh, wow.
You can fucking go in for life, bro. Easy.
Jeez.
So you see, that's why I'm like, why are we telling you? It's not, because they've said the cop lost a phone worth 50K. Then there's a battery for the walkie-talkie, which is now property of the police. So it becomes a whole thing.
Wow. So
Yeah.
I mean, so it should have been maybe assault, right?
Yeah.
But now the ego, the bruising, it's the police. And on top of that, the guy spent like a couple of days. He had a broken jaw, arm, or whatever.
No, the kid.
The kid, Ian. By the time he was being released on, was it Friday?
Bail?
Yeah. Because the magistrate, the cops were even saying, the DCI was saying, let's hold him for further 14 days. The magistrate was like, yo, 2 p.m., you guys need to let this guy let this guy out. So the thing is, so when I'm talking about that charge, bro, they're ruining that kid's life. It's a tough one.
Plus, also, I think something also to be mindful of is, I think I talked about this also on the Chop Shop podcast. We're coming back soon. It's like this violence thing, especially as a guy or as a man, or you're trying to be bravado, or you're trying to show yourself, or also something also to be aware is if these days cameras are everywhere. People are pulling out, even if you're not famous or known or an influencer, people are pulling out their cameras to record the video that goes viral. You know, whether it's disturbing or whether it's a funny clip of a dog or whatever. You understand? So also, we should also be mindful of that.
Eyes are there everywhere.
Yes, that eyes are there everywhere. You know, even if, you know, sometimes you feel as if it's not there, especially when you go outside as people, as friends, you know. Even we hear that story of, I'm sure we see these videos a lot during Sharia time where people are driving the boat, or you're giving your friend a drink, you know, in a not responsible kind of way, you know. And those things live on social media. They stay on social media, you know. So also just tying into that story, it's like we should also be aware that, you know, people are recording, people are, you know, looking over our shoulder, whether we like it or not. It's what happens in this day and age, you know. Yeah.
True that, Ashley? I saw that story and I was like, I mean, obviously, like you said, violence is wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't can't condone it in any way, shape, or form. But
can we joke
I agree
about
with
it?
you, whatever you're about to say.
Yeah, even me, I was about to joke
I
about
agree
it,
with
you know,
you.
but I was like, hey,
okay,
let's be jokey. We've gotten the seriousness out.
let's be serious.
Yeah.
Before you go, I understand how frustrated you can get to the point where you get violent. I'm not saying
No,
violence.
violence is wrong.
Violence is
Violence
wrong.
is wrong.
Yeah.
Let's get that right.
Yes,
Wrong.
100%. I'm big on like no physical contact should be made. But the frustration, I see how someone can tweak. And I see how someone can snap.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Not a
Do
big
you
spoon.
know how many years I spent driving the long way home?
To
Just
avoid.
because I can't be bothered with the cops at the junction of Riverside and Kilimani Ring Road.
Yeah.
I'm tired, bro. I used to think these niggas can sniff me out. And the thing about it is, how much... Bro, they just want to waste your time. Fam, you were in the car with me.
I remember.
We were just by Yaya Center. And the lady pulled us over.
For no reason.
5,000. She wanted 5,000. For what?
Yeah.
You were
And
just driving.
She wasn't even saying what he's done. She was just like, boss. Boss. I'm like, what's boss? Like, be for fucking real.
And we were in a hurry, by the way.
We were already so late.
They always catch you. I don't know how I think in the academy or something, there's like, there's like a smell.
So
a training.
The point I'm making, as wrong as that kid was,
Yeah.
I know that there were people saying, good on you.
Yeah. They're like,
what was crazy about it is
The streets know who the real champion is.
Yeah, but you know, I'm glad that we're having this conversation because I think over the last week, was it Monday or Tuesday or something, the National Police Service put out a statement in terms of police using social media, how they should use, right? Because over the weekend, I saw clothed police in uniform giving their opinion. They're like, do you understand what happens when a police officer, this happens to them? They were like, it was civilians against
the
police.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of those clips and I was like,
But
oh
honestly-
Lord, let's not go there.
But honestly, I mean, I get it. And the thing about it is, like I always say, that like now I've decided, you know what? I'm not changing my route home. Because the thing about it is, it's not that you're breaking the law. There's no law breaking taking place. It's just that it takes up so much time.
Yeah,
At the end of the day,
inconvenience.
it's like one of those ones where you're stopped, here's your license, oh yeah, so the sky is very blue today.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we chai? You know what's crazy about it? As we're recording the podcast, there's a magistrate who's been shot by a cop.
On the thigh.
Bruh.
I saw that.
In court today.
Because the wife was being charged for life or something of the
Bro,
sort.
in court.
Hey,
Hey.
We don't have a
Jesus.
company here. So I can't share. Anyway, guys, listen, man. This has been the Mics Are Open.
Yeah.
We're out the building. We're back. Shout out to our brother Andy Young.
Yes.
Love you, my G. You know what I
Love
mean?
you so
Hope to see
much,
you back
bro.
on the podcast real soon, man.
Yeah.
Same
Hero.
about the chop shop.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Adios.